Hey there everybody, and welcome to Cooking with Dr. Drew. I know it's been a little while, and the reason is because I have been very busy. So what I want to show you tonight is because of that busyness, some of us, all of us really, get busy and we've had things happen and we just don't have the time to cook the way we'd like to. Well, tonight I'm going to make a dish for you that I hope you will enjoy. And this is just a steak and potatoes meal. One of my favorites and certainly a Texas specialty. Now, I was going to make a video the other night with using a ribeye. And unfortunately, I left the ribeye on the counter here for about 2 seconds, and when I came back, the cat had pulled it onto the floor, and yeah, he and the dog were sharing my steak. So tonight on the menu, nope, not even gonna say that. But tonight on the menu, we're gonna have a steak. So what I want to show you. Get down, idiot. Get down. Shut up. So tonight what's going to be on the menu may be cat. Anyway, we've got our pan. And this is the pan that we're going to be doing all of the cooking in. Now, there's a few things that you've got to know. And I'm just going to start this. Alright, so let's get started. We have here a ribeye, really nice ribeye also. And over here I have olive oil, salt, and pepper. Now what I've done is I put a little bit of this olive oil, salt, and pepper on the steak, coated it really well on both sides. And here I have something called 903 peppers and salts. 9 peppers and 3 salts. And this of course is made in Texas, which you wouldn't have it any other way. But we're just going to go ahead and put a really healthy coat of this on here. And I'll tell you why we're putting such a healthy coat on it. It's because we're going to sear this. So we've got this coated really well. Now over here we have our skillet. So let's take the skillet over and we're going to turn the heat up to medium high. Now while we're waiting for our pan to heat up, you can take these potatoes and onions that I've got cut up and go ahead and put them in this olive oil mixture here. Just make sure that all of your onions and all of your potatoes get coated really evenly and really well. Alright, so let's see how our pan is doing. The way that I like to do it is just use a flick of water. And that sounds pretty hot. We'll get our steak and we'll start it up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let it cook on both sides for about 1.5 minutes. Seared is the word we're looking for, or the word I'm looking for. The idea is not to burn it. Take it out of this pan and set it aside. And your onions, you go ahead and put them in the same pan, the same juice. And what we're going to do here, we're just going to let these brown just a little bit. Alright, once your potatoes are starting to the brown. All right, now our potatoes are nice and brown. Push these potatoes over to the side. Put them over there. Now, get your steak. Follow the turn of the pan. Take this and put it right straight into our oven. And I just want everybody to see and know, so I wanted it on video. Sometimes when I'm doing these Cooking with Dr. Drew videos, I will get a nagging text that just will not leave me alone, and it ruins the camera work and messes up the video. So that has actually happened this time, and that is going to be included in this video. All right, there's one more thing. If you'll look, the timer has made it down to right around 4 minutes. What I have here is some mushrooms that have been seasoned in the same olive oil and salt, pepper seasoning, and we're just going to go ahead and add those to our steak right now. So if you don't like mushrooms, just I don't really care if you don't like mushrooms. They're in my steak. If you don't like them, don't put them in. Just kidding. All right, our steak is done. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of the oven, and we'll cut into it and see what we got. I got it out, and there's one other little thing that I like to add, and that is this butter. And just put that right there on the top. I also like adding blue cheese crumbles. Not everybody does, but I love blue cheese potatoes and blue cheese steak. But let's put this back in the oven. All right, the butter's melted. Let's take a look here at what we've got. Woo-wee. That, we're going to take this steak out, set it down right here, and let it rest. Up these potatoes and mushrooms, and serve these up on my plate, which is right here. All right, now let's take a look at this steak, shall we? Can't say what it is really, but the older I've gotten, the more done I like for my steaks to be. So let's just cut right into the center of this and see what we have. That, my friends, to me, that is perfect. I just want you to know, this steak right here, best steak I've ever eaten in my life. Potatoes are perfect. Meat's cooked just right. This is wonderful. You really ought to consider having me come and cook for you. Maybe think about that sometime. All right, everybody. This has been Cooking with Dr. Drew. And you remember, eat because you want to.